Should Muslims in the West take a day off from school or work to celebrate Eid? Abso-flippin-lutely they should. I mean, it still blows my mind that even this thought comes into our minds. And I know that people differentiate between Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, and Eid al-Adha is the miskin one that gets left by. But I want to talk about both Eids. I want to say something, listen. That first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made ta'zeem of these two great days. They are days which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala celebrates and has given us as a favor, and we're so happy, and we eat and we drink and we chill and we do everything that we want to do, and we make dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we come to the takbirs, and that's in a different video. But I want you to understand that that is something that should be respected. And when you look at what you respect from a dunya point of view. So if you're going to go on a holiday which you respect and you're looking forward to so much, you take the time off. You want to go and see someone important, you're going to go to an interview, you're going to go to an appointment with a consultant, you take the time off because you see it as important. So importance here is indicated by you taking time off. How are you showing Eid is important by not taking time off? And how are you going to make that day anything special in any kind of way if you're not there because you're working at school? And more important than that, how are your family and your kids going to actually enjoy this day? I want you to understand, we're living in such a consumer-led materialistic madness at the moment, and everyone is desperate to create a new day to celebrate every couple of months. So obviously Christmas and Easter, everyone goes to town, and then you've got Valentine's Day and Halloweens and anniversaries and birthdays, and people go mad on those days. They do parties and food and gifts and this, that. And your children especially, okay, they're not maybe like you who have grown up in a much more educated and much more mature fashion or whatever, and more practicing now. You see, they're not sensible, they're not mature, they're not disciplined, and they're just looking around to all the things that they like. And when they see all of their friends and them enjoying Christmas so much and birthdays so much, it's no wonder their hearts gravitate towards it, and they feel they want to celebrate that, and they want to hang around with the people who celebrate that. And that's a disaster. They've got nothing to look forward to except their stuff, which is why they gravitate towards that kufr. And we've got to be able to show something for them that they think about, that they dream about, that they anticipate. You've got to put your hands in your pocket, you've got to start spending money, you've got to give them gifts, you've got to make your family feel at ease. It can't make it any worse than any other normal day. And that of course comes with taking time off and giving it preparation and so on and so forth. I don't think that this needs to be emphasized, but I do get it that from different Eids, from Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, that focus changes. And I do actually think that Eid al-Fitr, because we're so knackered after the 1 month, we want that day off, so we kind of all do that, and Eid al-Adha we don't. But for both Eids we need to do this. We've got to show the same level of importance. And I also want to say something else. It's very important, especially for our generation, the millennials that are coming up as well. They're not as connected with their wider families as we are, and we're certainly nowhere near as connected, our generation, with our parents' generation, who can't even imagine Eid without the family. And I know that it's a mission, man. When you go, you've got, you just bought your PlayStation 4 at home, and you've got your, your Xbox One, and you've got your whatever nonsense it is these days, and you've got your bikes, and you want to play all day, and then your mum and dad say, right, let's go now and to grandpa's house, and let's go to meet so-and-so Baradiri's house, and then you sit there all day, and you're having to be hugged and kissed by people you don't want to be hugged and kissed by, and oh, what a mission. And not only that, let's say that you've reached that killer age where you've just gone to 15 or 16, where they don't even give you any Eid anymore, they don't even give you money because they think that you're making enough money outside by yourself. That's a disaster. But you take one for the team, because family, they love to see each other at least that once a year. We're not seeing them often enough. And I'm going to say to you that for us, this is a religious obligation. SubhanAllah, the non-Muslims teach us a lesson at Christmas. Whatever happens, they gather all the family together. And we know from all their stories, from all of their documentaries and films that we've seen and grown up on, that Christmas dinner is a moment of complete hilarity and disaster and whatever, but they always go through it. And these are people who do not have a religious mandate to maintain family ties. And the Muslims do, and we are obligated to. And so we should make sure that we invest fully in that day, invest fully in our family. We might not have the greatest fun at that time, but the ajr is going to be with Allah, and there's plenty of time then to come back and have more fun later. So should you take time off? Are you kidding me?